Let's have some conversational throw up, my friends. I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling lately. For those of you who don't know, last Friday, on March 1st, I got into a pretty bad car accident. And I completely totaled my car. I was in the emergency room for a while, and I've been really having to take it easy and recover. The only thing is that I'm very go, go, go. And everything I seem to do is fairly fast paced. I always want to be doing something. I get really bored really easily. And that's the way I like it. And even on times when I want to relax, I can, but I much prefer to be doing something and to be keeping entertained and to be keeping things new and fresh. The fact that I've had to take a week off, although it doesn't seem like that much, it's not something that I ever planned for. It's been hard. I've been really starting to get to the gym on a super consistent basis and really started to enjoy it. I've been going to the gym fairly consistently on and off for over a year, but it wasn't until the last couple of months that I really started to push myself and really started to enjoy it and see the results that I've wanted to see for so long. I've been working really hard to develop my muscle. And coming from a background of somebody who had extreme hatred of like my body and myself, it kind of eats away at you to know that you can't do the things that make you really happy at this point in your life, like working out. And granted, there are some things I can do at my house to work out, but I personally find it a little bit harder to motivate myself to work out at my house. So I have found myself just sitting at my desk, working, snacking, and I've really had to challenge myself mentally to stay strong and push myself to do light workouts that I can do at my house. And although I really wish I could get back to the gym, I know that I can't. So this is something that I've been battling with. And again, I know it's only been a week, and some people, if they get injured or they're busy, they're out of their regular routine for quite a while. But for me, this is something new for me. So from my experience, I'm trying to figure out how to handle it and prepare myself for if anything does happen again in the future. I know what I can do so that I can maintain a different version of my same routine. But the point I'm making is this. I'm a health coach, for those of you who don't know. I specialize in body image and self-esteem coaching because helping people love their bodies the exact way it is, day in and day out, is something I'm incredibly passionate about, and healing our relationship with food. I'm incredibly passionate about helping people get to that point. A lot of my practice is based around mindset, having strong mindset shifts that correlate into strong physical change, because I believe you cannot make physical change happen unless you have a strong mindset to match. So I've been working really hard on my self-love and my mindset, and knowing that I'm eating away at my mindset a little bit, if that makes sense. I'm kind of tearing myself down a little bit just because I'm incapable of doing quite a bit right now. It kind of hurts your ego a little bit, and it's really something you have to push yourself to get around. And so this is really important, and I think relevant to so many of you guys, is because nobody's perfect. No doctor is perfect. No therapist is perfect. No coach is perfect. Not every doctor has optimal health. Not every therapist has everything figured out in their heads. They're not all completely mentally clear all the time. And not every coach is perfect. I'm not perfect. I have days where I'm feeling extremely down on myself. And although not a lot of people show you the days where they're really struggling, they're there. And I think it's really important to open up this dialogue so that people don't think somebody is way above them or way ahead of them or has everything figured out when they don't. You see influencers on Instagram and YouTube, and they look like they have everything figured out or a perfect life, and that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but even if we don't notice it on a superficial level, our subconscious mind will compare ourselves to someone else's life. Like, I'll be just chilling here with my hair in a bun, wearing sweatpants, like whatever, and you'll see pictures of these, let's say a travel influencer, posting beautiful photos of them in Bali or Thailand or something. And you make the assumption that their life is just so amazing and great. But the truth is that they're struggling too, as goes for any person in any profession. And you're never going to meet somebody who doesn't have something that they're working on. A lot of people get into the field that they're in because they have a background that is similar to that field. I'm not saying everybody. People find their passions along the way. But for me, for example, coming from a history of a long, terrible eating disorder, Now, I strive to help people love their bodies exactly the way it is. But that doesn't mean that I'm perfect, and that doesn't mean that I don't still struggle sometimes. Like I just said, I've been spending a lot of time just snacking and sitting on my butt, and it sucks because sometimes you get into these motions and you can't get yourself out. But really what I want you guys to understand is that anybody you talk to and anybody you meet, or even if you don't meet them, even if you see them online, they're not perfect. They have things they want to work on. Maybe they're really struggling with something. You don't know what somebody else is going through, and it's not your place to assume that either. Yes, some people might, have worked really hard to get to the place that they're at, but it would be unfair to yourself to compare yourself to something that doesn't serve you, like the life somebody else is living. And I know that this is pretty much inevitable. We all do it. And like I said before, we probably do it subconsciously too. So just be mindful and aware of that. And I've been really thinking about this a lot over the past week, since I really can't do all that much, and I'm really trying to stay strong throughout the process, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. It's really actually hard. And whoever's out there thinking that I look like I have everything figured out, just know that I don't. I'm working at it every single day. Life is just a big game of trial and error. You have to figure out what works for you and take every situation and circumstance and experience as it comes and figure it out as it comes. So I just wanted to touch base and let you guys know that. Have a little bit of compassion for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Everybody's working on something. Nobody has everything figured out. Every single person you meet, just smile to them. Give them a compliment. Be kind to them because you really never know. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little snippety snippet. And if you really like this video, please hit the thumbs up button because you can like me, I like you, and I have really big plans for this YouTube channel, although it's pretty small right now, so I would love it if you subscribed and give me some suggestions down below as to what videos regarding mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, veganism if you want, and help me come up with some really good ideas that you guys might want to see a little more in detail about. And I'm also going to Mexico in a week, so I'm going to be sharing that journey with you guys, but I'm going to come to you with more value and more content too. So yeah, that's about it for you guys today. Bye.